What up? It's Dhairya.
This is Knyck.
We're at DLM Studio in Highland Park. This is Ear Witness News. We got some topics for you. I was feeling pretty shitty today, so I was listening to a lot of views and got really sad. So I'm about to dedicate this show to Drake.
So
we're gonna be talking about ghostwriting. We're about to talk about some Miley Cyrus and somebody who's been making waves lately.
Mm-hmm.
Tay-K, you've heard of Tay-K? Free Tay-K?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but let's get this show started. We're Ear Witness News. We're your host, and all of this shit's breaking, I guess, you know? Dude, do you care that music's like ghostwritten nowadays?
I think it depends. I think we heard like something from Knyck recently that said like it depends on what arena you put yourself in. So if you feel like if you're a performer, you're just like a songwriter, as long as you're not saying like I am the best rapper, the best writer of spoken word, you know what I'm saying, then it doesn't really matter. But if you're saying that this is what I'm the best at and you're not the best at it, then obviously it's, you know what I'm saying, it's almost like if it's a great vocalist and they're lip syncing, that's inappropriate, you know what I'm saying? So it's okay for us, a vocalist is okay, it's okay if they have like somebody writing for them, but it's not okay if they have somebody like they're lip syncing, you know what I'm saying? So it all depends on your arena, the rules.
Fuck yeah. I mean, it's the 21st century. I don't think anyone really needs to write their lyrics anymore, you know? I mean, like...
Nobody needs... No, I mean, I feel like it's great
real,
when they... I heard somebody talking about Travis recently, and they said he's like a jack of all trades. Like, he does the writing, he does his music, he does his production, he does his, like, mixing and stuff like that. He works on directing his videos. So when you have people like that out there, and you see how successful they can be, it's not like writing isn't important, or having, like, a wide variety of skills isn't important. But it's... I don't know.
I think Kanye West
less vital, you know.
No, Kanye West exemplifies that. You know, if you wanna fucking be successful, get a ghostwriter. Get somebody to make.
Get a ghostwriter ASAP.
And just like fucking curate your image, orchestrate the content, and put it out. And I think that's like some like high quality. That's what needs to be done nowadays. I mean, nothing's new under the sun. So why don't you just get somebody
You're saying, like, why not if everybody's doing it? I mean, I guess, like, there's people out there that are literally just, like, give me a check, you know what I'm saying? Like, they are people who just perform other people's songs. But, like, if you're in the game for the prestige, if you're in the game for, you know what I'm saying, then I think it's going to matter to you down the road, how people perceive you and whether or not that matters, you know?
I mean, like, Kanye doesn't write his own music anymore.
Some. I mean,
he writes some of it.
I don't know why you'd ever steal the bleached asshole line from somebody else. Like, I don't know why that would ever
be
somebody.
That was Kanye?
Why would you give somebody a salary for that? But apart from that, I mean,
Kanye would give a salary for somebody to say that.
Can you imagine you pay your rent with that line? Yeah. No.
You pay your rent for like 10 months, the whole lease.
Yeah, seriously, that's it's brain blessed. No, I mean, I think that Kanye definitely writes some of his stuff because a lot of his stuff is personal.
Yeah.
You saw the I forget where he did the podcast, but Jay-Z was just interviewed, and he was talking about Kanye and how he felt about him, the reasons why he was so mad, and I think that it was a lot of I think it's gonna be interesting to see how Kanye responds because like Jay-Z's being really open on the album, really open and
he might just
public talking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, he might just have somebody write his feelings for him.
Write his comeback?
Yeah, write an apology
letter.
That is
terrible. That's terrible.
Kanye's going to have an intern write an apology letter to Jay-Z.
How are you going to... No, Kanye's going to come back, and everything's going to be good in the world, and all the kings will be happy again. It'll be good.
Kanye, I have faith in
Kanye, Jay-Z, everybody's going to get together and all end up again, I think.
Enough about Kanye West. I want to talk about some real news.
No,
some real breaking news. Some ear-breaking news. Tay-K out here getting caught in Elizabeth, New Jersey. He says, what did he say? He said he couldn't beat the case, so he...
I had to race because I couldn't beat the case. He had to fuck beating up a beat? Or...
Fuck beating up a... I don't know. Fuck beating
Forget a beat. I had to beat a case.
Whatever. Tay-K is out here running from the cops, getting caught.
No, he's officially caught. I think it's
3 people are dead.
It's almost that's
an old man, a 65-year-old man is.
I literally almost said the words like it's almost too perfect, but then you said that. I want to say it just seems almost too like orchestrated, not too
17.
perfect, not too perfect, well orchestrated, that he would perform these crimes, release such a great video, and then get taken in for those crimes. I don't even know why you'd bother putting it out after you got locked up if you knew you were gonna be locked up for a very long time,
dude.
And like, there's proven like other artists like recently that have like done like a similar like rise, right? Like XXX,
Right.
track,
XX.
lock up, get out.
Bobby Shmurda.
So like,
track.
I don't
locked
know.
Up.
It's interesting to talk about. You can't trivialize the like what's going on with the crimes, but like kind of weird to see what's going on and wonder if everything like is on the up and up with what's going on.
What my main concern is that with Tay-K is that he's 17 and he's gonna get fucked, like legit fucked. Because I don't know, like I'm not trying to apologize for his crimes, but what is he doing out here fucking killing 3 people? Or like, allegedly killing people. What is he doing?
I can't even imagine what the story is.
And I don't want to but this kid's about to get a fucking death penalty.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you think about like, oh, he's missing opportunities because he's involved in these crimes. You know what I'm saying? He's going away. Would anybody be interested if he was rapping over the same beat with the same flow and he wasn't saying stuff about murder and crime? Like, what if he was just talking about going to school and like chilling out, or if he was just on his yachty shit and he was talking about how like we should all love each other? Like, would that be special? Like, if he was just rapping over the same lullaby beats and if he wasn't like actually out here doing what he was saying he was doing on the tracks? So like, you can't say like he's missing out on like a lifestyle because the lifestyle itself that is putting him in jail is the same thing. The reason that people like him.
I hope that he gets freed from all these charges. I hope that he beats these charges somehow. I hope he's paying his lawyer good money. I hope he's getting a lawyer.
I'm not gonna lie and say I don't dance when this track comes on, but I cannot say free Tay-K. You have to keep him locked up. Like, for the sake of society, you have to keep him locked up.
He dropped.
I will never lie. There's probably a video of me on stage somewhere just trying to beat the race or whatever. But
free Tay-K.
Don't free Tay-K, please.
Free Tay-K. All right, don't give Tay-K death penalty. Give him like 5 years.
If he's 17, doesn't that mean?
Give him like 5 years. I'm over, dude. Long.
No. But like, think about like Shy Glizzy. Like, is that who that is? Is that the correct name for who I'm thinking about? Like, he's talking about beating a case too. He was like I beat 2 cases. I'm 2-0. You know the song that LeBron was dancing to. I mean, if beating cases just becomes like a thing like drinking lean and stuff like that, then like everybody's gonna think they can just like use the law system to get away.
Dude, if beating cases is like drinking.
What happens to never getting caught? Never mind. I don't want to advocate for that either, but like I feel like
free Tay-K.
No, don't.
Free Tay-K.
Okay, what else do we need to talk about?
Shit. He beat up an old man. Why are so many people dead?
There's a lot of cards about him. We just didn't focus on the beating up the old man part.
Hey.
Yo, come on, these rose-tinted glasses.
So, you wanted to talk about Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I mean, you said something about cultural appropriation. I wanted to say that, like, I saw an article this week about, or not even an article, just like a video about her, and she was like in like a country western like looking video, and I was just like, wow, this has been so weird. Last year when she was on stage with like weird like
twerking on
weird like
Robin Thicke.
Yeah, exactly. So like if somebody said like the transition back to whiteness is complete, I was wondering what you thought about that whole this whole Miley Cyrus arc.
So now,
going from country all the way back to hip hop, most popular genre, and then sort of interesting that like she would transition back to country right now, and hip hop is just if I was gonna culturally appropriate, I feel like that now would be the time, as opposed to last year when the genre wasn't as big. Or maybe she's ahead of the curve. Maybe she knows country's gonna be next.
Country's never gonna be next. Country.
Maybe she and Young Thug are like putting something together.
Oh, true. Folk trap. Yeah, no. After Easy Breezy, Beautiful Thugger Girls, Miley Cyrus is like, let's go back to Let's run that shit back. No, that's an interesting question though, because is Miley Cyrus, is she a country girl for real? Like she was born.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's like she came up Hannah Montana, daughter of one of the biggest country singers. Like the countries, I feel like you can hear it in her voice when she like it never sounded like she was like a hip hop princess.
No. But she could just be like a regular white girl too. You know, and then
she could just have no affinity for anything.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying she might be appropriating the country shit too.
No way, no. She's from there.
I don't know, dude.
In her blood, achy breaky heart. Right?
That's him.
That's genetics.
That's true. It's genetics, but
country's in her.
She could be in a weird way because I guess she couldn't really appropriate country music, but I think I also wanted to talk about how Drake appropriates Caribbean music, and you know how that goes. But the thing with Drake is that he just appropriates literally, and this goes back to sort of the ghostwriting. He appropriates everything. He appropriates music from Houston. He appropriates.
Completely 100% authentic, but it feels like 75% like really good, like good natured stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that is on point, as if he had like been a part of that culture. Not that he had like invented it or like he originated in it, but like he had obviously experienced that and sees the way the slang works. He understands what like things mean. He understands how to make like cool like,
I think
word phrases and stuff like that. With him.
I think he's definitely more involved in the culture. He's probably more immersed.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to call him out on appropriation, it could be appropriation, textbook appropriation. But
and the other thing I think
for Drake, it's a different thing.
For me, appropriation is when you sort of just take advantage of something that somebody else has been taken down for. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I feel like, and I feel like it's also when a scene where it wouldn't necessarily be as much appropriation is when you exalt or you bring up something that's not getting the necessary attention that it deserves.
Right.
So when Drake goes towards like a London-based style of rapping. Right. You know, he goes toward the grind.
I forgot about the grind.
He obviously has understanding because he's been part of that like culture. The people there, the greats in that like realm, respect him. 3, he really like puts on for that like culture. Like he puts it on a stage and it's never been on before. And 4, I don't think Drake has ever like put them down. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in that kind of setting, he's in my mind he's not really like that. You know what I'm saying? Dude. Caribbean music, it's not like he put it on. It's not like he's the biggest Caribbean artist ever. But it's obviously like before he started bringing that vibe back in, it wasn't really a mainstream sound to just be hearing in every single song. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't really resent him for like using that part of.
Dude, let me try and fuck your mind. Let me try and fuck it right now.
But that's good.
but pause. So I was at the shore the other day, and like there was a bunch of like, you know, like fucking hippie stoner kids out there like dancing the fucking hula hoops. You know how they're doing.
These damn kids in their hula hoops.
These fucking kids, you know, doing their fucking shrooms and hula hooping. Like it's fucking the 60s again, but
like it's summertime.
Like it's some summertime loving. But I was out here and they were watching a show, and you know I hear this man like singing reggae, and like I hear it's this guy called. Do you know who Collie Buddz is?
I feel like I know the name.
Collie Buddz is this fucking white guy born in fucking Virginia, and then when he's like a kid, he moves to Bermuda.
Interesting.
And he comes back. And he makes it like mainstream, like, and he's like singing like reggae music.
Yeah.
He's got like dreads, and I'm like.
So that's the part too. Okay, so not cultural appropriation for
what
Drake,
is that?
But like,
What
okay,
is
so
that?
I feel like you can't resent. I don't even know Collie Buddz, and I don't know anything about his story.
Collie Buddz is a white
guy. But
like,
you have to like think about how sometimes if it's culture, like Drake is making like really really good, like. Tracks like hip hop, soca infused, or like you know what I'm saying. So that's okay, but then I feel like if you see somebody who's outside of a culture using a culture and is not pushing it to a next level, is just on the same level as all the other people, and they're just getting exposure because they're of uncommon race.
I think they call him like reggae's Eminem. that's what.
Did you? I don't know. That's so wild.
I don't know the answer to that question.
I can't. I just had a wild ass image pop in my head, like Eminem with like dreads and the colored.
No, that's literally
colored beats.
That's literally what it is.
I was thinking about. Have you seen the video this week of this white girl, and she has a crazy flow, and she like raps this whole like all these bars, and she doesn't like use the N-word or anything like disrespectful like that. People were commenting, "Is she special? Does she deserve attention? What's her deal?" I thought she was really dope. I thought she was a really cool flow.
Right.
I'd be scared to freestyle against her, but like I feel like you also have to think like there's a lot of female MCs. Is she getting special attention just because she's white? So like
she probably is. I mean, to a certain extent, if she's got mad skilled though.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I think that the concept or the discussion around cultural appropriation has to be like really nuanced. Has to be very delicate. People have to be aware of what they're doing and like how they're being perceived or how they're, you know,
because now
the history behind a lot of these things, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people, the originators of these genres aren't given credit, you know what I'm saying?
For
like
real,
people,
they're
like black people
over.
aren't seen as like the rock and roll creators. Like,
they're not seen as the literally like the creators of how we hear music today, like the originators of it. And you know, like there are artists who are making steps and strides. Like Nav used to say the N word. He's Indian, and
I heard about that. He's not gonna use it anymore.
um,
I think it's most important in groups where like the culture and the music itself is like one
It
of the only
brings-
important things. It's
Right.
one of the only things that's left. You know what I'm saying? When your rights are taken away, when your families are taken away, and like your resources are taken away, and the only things you have are culture and music and stories, and means of expression like fashion, and those then are taken away. That's when I feel like it's sort of just like, come on, like
I mean,
leave us something to smile about,
you know, I was reading some Cornell West, and like in one
Yeah.
of his like essays, he's like talking about how like pop culture and hip hop music and hip hop dancing is just like so, like, you know, that shit could be appropriated by white people, but it's so important to like help bring the culture, like bring people together, because it's just like at the end of the day, like it's just enjoyable.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
just enjoyable, and like it fucking
Yeah, you know that kid that does that dance like this?
yeah.
I saw a video. He made a video with these kids, and they're all doing the little dance, and they're all and stuff.
That kid's fucking.
And then
going
somebody
off.
quote tweeted it when he was like, "Yo, come do that in Charleston and fix everything." I was like, "Chill, yo, please let my man's live."
You
yo.
know, and that does
He's just trying to bring us together.
for real though. I mean, that does, you know.
I
That's
just,
fucking.
I just think there's a spectrum of people that you need to worry about, right? And all the way at the end here
You got
is like
KKK members.
hardcore. No, there's KKK members, and they're not even at the end of the list. I think all the way at the end of the list is like educated, dedicated white supremacists with like resources.
Right,
And then
right,
all the way at the
okay,
end of the year is that dude that's just trying to do that dance like this. And I'm really not worried about him.
No,
Just let him do his
let
dance.
him do
If
his
he thinks
thing.
he's helping,
If he thinks
do it, because it's just more love and positivity in the world.
Right, for real, that's just
let him do his
that's
thing.
just some wholesome fuck. Like that kid, he's just.
So many other things we have to worry about. So like
We
I
got
feel like
KKK members out here.
in the streets just going hard. So like I feel
Donald
like
Trump's president. He's KKK in chief.
jeez Louise.
With that, free Tay-K.
No.
Still no.
Still keep him.
I mean, all right. We can
We'll
put
see,
the
we'll see.
we can put the KKK members in jail.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
We'll get-
Innocent until proven guilty. We'll see if
Right.
I mean, anybody can say anything on the internet. Hopefully.
They said on the. I mean, one of his charges, he was just there. I think he might have been set up, so that might get dropped.
Yeah.
But if he's out here killing people at his shows, that. Ear Witness News.
This has been Air Witness News. Hope you enjoyed this week's topics. We're gonna definitely try to get some new guests on the show. If you have any topics you'd like us to discuss or things you'd like us to promote, let us know. We'll definitely try to.
We're out here for local New Brunswick artists. We're looking for you.
Art.
Support our local art.
Anything, drawing, photography, music, we'll definitely critique it and take a look at it. So check out Air Witness News. Make sure you subscribe here at Air Witness News on Twitter, Instagram, airwitnessnews@gmail.com.
Facebook.
Contact us. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Hell yeah. Peace.